Over to Paul now with a check of our weather.
And our weather's going to be heading in the right direction over the next 24 hours. Wish we could say the same for the Gulf Coast. Do you see the big blob of the satellite image behind me? Let's take a look at that full screen. And this is Tropical Storm Hermine. Still a tropical storm, but a pretty strong one. And it's going to strengthen even more as it continues to move closer and closer to the coast. Looks like it's going to make landfall overnight tonight, just after midnight, along the Big Bend of Florida here, just to the east of Apalachicola, just south of Tallahassee. The storm surge is going to impact coastal Florida. Tons of rain, not only for Florida, but also for Georgia, South Carolina, eastern North Carolina, as this makes its way up the coast over the next several days. So the overall impact of Tropical Storm Hermine, as it could become a hurricane before it makes landfall, a Category 1 hurricane, still a hurricane. That storm surge going to be in the 4 to 7 foot range, regardless of whether it's a strong tropical storm or a weak hurricane. Dangerous rip currents, that threat's going to continue up the east coast through next week. Gusts over 70 miles an hour, mainly right around the coastline, right around the center of the storm. Rainfall amounts, though, are going to be much more widespread, 6 to 10 inches of total rain, and that gusty wind and heavy rain threat is going to move up the east coast through Labor Day. Travel in that direction is going to be a little bit tricky for the next several days. But what the influence of it's going to be around here is to drag in drier, less humid air into the mid-state. As Hermine moves up the east coast, everything travels counterclockwise around those areas of low pressure, regardless of whether it's just a regular storm or a tropical storm or hurricane. Well, that's going to drag in that northerly wind that'll bring the drier air towards us. It's not here yet, so it's still warm. It's still muggy out there this morning. As the drier air moves in, we could see a couple showers or thunderstorms developing today, but not seeing anything, not even a sprinkle left over from our earlier showers in southern Kentucky and far northern middle Tennessee. The edge of that drier air just off to our north, so it's going to move down in our direction as we head through the day. Still could squeeze out a few more showers, but in advance of it, yeah, still just sticky out there this morning. Dark and early. Looking out from Bedford County and from Metro Nashville, things are looking pretty good from the WeatherBug Network. No fog to slow you down, at least not widespread fog, but we'll keep an eye out for that as well. It is definitely warm as you're heading out the door. Upper 60s in eastern middle Tennessee, low to mid 70s for temperatures elsewhere. By this time tomorrow morning, you're going to see 60s area wide. By this time Saturday morning, you'll see a mix of 50s and 60s. So a definite improvement is going to be kicking in. But today, yeah, still muggy this morning, and then the humidity starts to drop more noticeably by this afternoon and this evening. It'll be warm, but not as hot. 86 for a high with that chance of spotty showers. Maybe a sprinkle for the Sounds game this evening, but things are looking pretty good. Upper 70s for the first pitch at 6:35. Vanderbilt kicks off at 7 o'clock, live on the green, downtown Nashville. All of that looking pretty cooperative weather-wise because the shower chance is going to be highest right around early afternoon. And then that should be falling apart before we get into the evening hours when all those activities are going on. And the calm weather will last through the weekend as even the nearest influence of Tropical Storm Hermine stays well off to our east. 7-day forecast calls for warm but comfortably warm temperatures tomorrow and Saturday. Those overnight lows do make a big difference. The humidity starts to climb Sunday and Monday, but it'll just be back by Tuesday and Wednesday, and that means back to our chance of at least a spotty shower or thunderstorm.
All right, Paul, thanks. A couple of